Hello viewers, today I will continue with the Act 1 Scene 1 from line number 70 of the play The Merchant of Venice. I had done till exit Celerino and Selenio. Before this we have been introduced in the Act 1 in the very beginning. We have introduced by to Antonio, Celerino, Selenio. Now Bassanio, Lorenzo and Greciano also enter and here Celerino and Selenio exits and Lorenzo tells, line number 70 viewers, "My Lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you, but at dinner time. I pray you have in mind where we must meet." So Lorenzo is telling to Bassanio, as Celerino and Selenio also has left them, they too, that is Lorenzo and Greciano also, will leave Bassanio in the company of Antonio, and they will all meet at dinner time, and there they will have their talk at dinner time. Bassanio tells, "I will not fail you," that is he won't fail to be there. Greciano, "You look not well, Signor Antonio." Now all these persons, that is Celerino, Selenio, Bassanio, Lorenzo, Greciano, they are all friends of Antonio, and among them Bassanio is Antonio's very close friend. So Greciano tells in line 75 viewers, "You look not well, Signor Antonio," that is Sir Antonio. "You have too much respect upon the world. They lose it that do buy it with much care. Believe me, you are marvelously changed." So Greciano also tells Antonio that he is not looking well because he has too much concern for his business, for the worldly affairs. And he also tells that the people who have too much concern, too anxious about the worldly affairs, they also incur nothing from it. They lose all the pleasure from it. So believe me, you are marvelously changed, that is, you have changed so much. Antonio, I hold the world but as a world, Greciano, a stage where every man must play a part, and mine is a sad one. So Antonio says that he holds the world as a stage, and on that stage of the world, his role is of a sad one. Greciano says, "Let me play the fool. With mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come." So Greciano says that his role, he would like to have his role on this stage of the world as a fool, as a jester, as a clown. And he wishes that his old wrinkles, that his wrinkles in his old age, should come with mirth and laughter, that is, with merriment and laughter. "And let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans." So what does Greciano wish? That let his liver, that is, let his whole body heat with wine than cool his spirits. Than my heart cool means than cool his spirits with mournful groans. Mortifying means mournful groans. Then he questions, "Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like the grandsire cut in alabaster?" So he says that why should a man whose blood is warm within, that is, who is young, who has warm blood, should sit like his grandfather. Grandsire means grandfather's statue, which is made of white marble. Sleep when he wakes, that is, why should he sleep when he should be waking in his waking hours, and creep into the jaundice by being peevish, and creep into the jaundice, and that is and catch jaundice by being peevish means by being ill-tempered. So in the Elizabethan age, it was believed that a person could get jaundice if he was ill-tempered or jealous kind. So I tell thee what, Antonio, I love thee, and it is my love that speaks. So Greciano says that to Antonio that since he loves Antonio and therefore he is speaking in this way. And then he gives other reasons, that other things he says, that there are a sort of men whose visages do cream and mantle like a standing pool. So he says that there are some men, there are sort of men, some men whose visages means whose faces are just like stagnant pool with dirt and slime on it, and do a willful stillness entertain. That is, such sort of men, they keep deliberate silence, deliberate stillness, with purpose to be dressed in the opinion. That is, what is their purpose? To remain in that way. Their purpose is to have the opinion of others, or have the reputation of being wise, of wisdom, gravity, profound conceit. That is, he wants the others to have opinion of him, or that he is full of wisdom, he is full of gravity, and is full of profound thoughts. And who should say, I am Sir Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. And such sort of men would say that I am Sir Oracle. Oracle was a Greek oracle. It's a Greek reference where oracle's words were the words of God, which was spoken through the priests. So such sort of men would seem as if to say that I am Sir Oracle, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. That is, when I open my lips, when I talk, let no one speak. O my Antonio, I do know of these that therefore only are reputed wise for saying nothing. So Gratiano says that such people are considered to be wise because they don't speak anything. They say nothing and they remain wise. And when I am sure, very sure, viewers, line number 100, when I am very sure, if they should speak, would almost damn those ears, which hearing them would call their brothers fool. So Gratiano says that which he is very sure that such sort of men, if they open their mouth, then they would damn those ears. That is, they would make the listeners damned, means commit sin, because those listeners would call them fools after hearing their words. I'll tell thee more of this another time, but fish not with this melancholy bait, for this fool gudgeon, this opinion come, good Lorenzo. So he says that I will speak on this matter later on, but he requests Antonio not to fish, that is, not to acquire popularity by the melancholic bait, that is, not to acquire popularity by keeping the composure of melancholy. And then he tells that, now here see the viewers, let me just give, here he says fish not, and gudgeon is a worthless fish. So he is telling to Antonio not to acquire any kind of popularity, cheap popularity, by remaining melancholic. Come, good Lorenzo, fare you well a while. I'll end my exhortation after dinner. So it calls Lorenzo that he will, they will all meet, and he will continue his exhortation, means his good advice, after dinner. Lorenzo, well, we will leave you then till dinner time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Gratiano never lets me speak. So Lorenzo says that, well, they will lead them till dinner time, and he will also become those sort of men, those dumb sort of men, because Gratiano doesn't allow him to speak. Gratiano, well, keep me company but 2 years more. Thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue. That Gratiano says that if you keep company with me for 2 more years, you will forget your own voice. Antonio, farewell, I'll grow a talker for this gear. That is, Antonio also takes Gratiano's advice, and he says that I will start talking for this gear, means for this advice. Gratiano, thanks and faith, for silence is only commendable in a neat tongue dried. So Gratiano says that he thanks Antonio, and he says that silence is only praiseworthy, commendable means praiseworthy, in a dried ox's tongue, which is served as a food. Exeunt Gratiano and Lorenzo. So they exit. Antonio, is that anything now? That is there anything of concern? Bassanio, Gratiano speaks an infinite deal of nothing, more than any man in all Venice. So Bassanio says that Gratiano speaks an infinite deal, means vast amount of only nonsense, and that also more than any person in Venice. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat hid in 2 bushels of chaff. So his reasons means his talks, his speeches, his words are just like 2 grains of wheat which are hidden in a huge bushel, that is 2 bushels of chaff. That is, they are hidden in bushels of chaff. What is chaff? Chaff is the outer covering of the seed. So, 2 heaps of chaff, and you shall seek all day ere you find them, and when you have them, they are not worth the search. So, Bassanio says that his words are just like 2 grains of wheat which are hidden in 2 bushels of chaff, and the whole day, after searching the whole day, at the end of the day, when they are seen, those grains are worthless, they are useless, they are not worth the search. That is, his words are utter nonsense in whatever he speaks. Antonio, well, tell me now, what lady is the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage that you today promised to tell me of? So Antonio then asked that, well, who is that lady to whom he has who has planned to go visit secretly, and about whom he had promised to tell to Antonio on that day? Bassanio, it's not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate. So Bassanio tells Antonio that it is not unknown, that is, you are not unaware, Antonio, that how much I have become poorer. Why? Because he tried to put on a noble style. He has disabled that is, he has become poorer, trying to put up a show of wealth by something showing a more swelling port. That is, he just became poorer by trying to put up a show of wealth. Than my faint means would grant continuance, than his little means would allow him to do. So here we are getting that what kind of man was Bassanio. But he was a spendthrift. He had a swelling port, means he had a lot of expenditure, and swelling port means he used to show a lot of wealth which he did not have. And nor do I now make moan to be abridged. That is, at that time he does not moan. He is not complaining at having to drop his noble rate, that is, having to drop his noble style. But my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts wherein my time, something too prodigal, had left me gagged. Now, viewers, please understand this. And he says that he is not moaning, he does not want to complain at having to drop that noble style, because what is his chief concern there? That he wants to honorably come out of those debts, and which he had because of his being prodigal, that is, because of his being extravagant, because of his extravagant expenditure, which hath left me gagged, means which has left me, or which has left Bassanio land at that situation. To you, Antonio, I owe the most in money and in love. So he tells to Antonio that to Antonio he is indebted for money and his love. And from your love, that is from Antonio's love, I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes, how to get clear of all the debts I owe. So because of his love, Bassanio says, for his love, he has the warranty, that is, he has sufficient confidence to unburden, that is, to tell or to reveal all his plots and purposes, that is, all his plots, plans and intentions, and to how to get clear of all the debts I owe, that is, how to pay off all his debts. So he has some plots and plans and intentions. So Antonio says, I pray you, good Bassanio, let me know of it, and if it stand as you yourself still do within the eye of honor, Be assured my purpose, my present, and my extremist means lie all unlocked to your occasion. So Antonio says that let me know it all, my good Bassanio, my dear Bassanio, and if his plans, Antonio says that if Bassanio's plans are as honorable as he himself, then what will happen? Then Antonio is ready to give his purse, that is his all his money, my person, that is his own person, that is he himself, and my extremist means, that is all his means, all will be at Bassanio's disposal. Now Bassanio here tells his plan. What is his plan to get back his loan? To pay off all his loans. In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow of the same flight to find the other fort. So he just cites the example of his school days, and he says that in his school days, what happened if he happened to lose one arrow? One shaft means one arrow. Then he used to fly a similar arrow in the same direction to find the second one also. So the self way, with more advised watch, with more careful watch, what happened? He used to find both the arrows. And by adventuring both, that is by risking in this manner, what happened? He used to recover both the arrows. So I urge this childhood rule, that is, he just wants to try this experience of his childhood, that because what follows is pure innocence, that is, whatever he is following is pure innocence, that is, it is harmless. So this was his plan. Then he tells to Antonio, I owe you much, that is, I am greatly indebted to you, I am greatly obliged to you, and like a willful youth, that is, like a headless and very careless kind of youth, that which I owe is lost, but if you please. So like a headless young man, he has wasted what he had borrowed from Antonio. But what is his present plans? What is his request? But if Antonio pleases to give him another loan, that is, but if you please to shoot another arrow, that is, if Antonio pleases to give another arrow, means another loan, that self way, then which you did shoot the first, that is, in the same way as he had given the previous loan, I do not doubt, as I will watch the aim. So what he says, that he has no doubt that with his taking good care, what he will do, he will try to recover both the loans. He would try to give both the loans back, find both, or bring your latter hazard back again. That is, or at least he would give his second loan and thankfully rest debtor for the first. He would give the second loan and be always grateful, be very thankful as a debtor for Antonio's first loan to him. So this was Bassanio's plan. Antonio, you know me well, and herein spend but time to wind about my love with circumstances. That is, Antonio says that you know me very well, and what you are I feel what he herein spend but time to wind about me, that what kind of love he has towards Bassanio, and out of doubt, that is, in doubt, you do me more wrong in making question of my utmost. That is, what is it? Out of doubt, what is Bassanio is doing to Antonio? He is doing him more wrong by doubting his friendship, and he is doing him more wrong than wasting all his money, all of Antonio's money. Then if you had made waste of all I have, then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may by me be done. So what is your plan? And you tell me, and I am pressed unto it, means I am obliged to help you, and therefore speak out. Now Bassanio speaks out his wish to go to Belmont. Now see, this is also a Shakespearean technique, that Shakespeare always introduces the characters before the entry on the stage. So Portia has not yet come, who is the heroine of the play. So we get to know about Portia in Bassanio's speech. In Belmont is a lady richly lived. So in Belmont there is a lady who is richly left, means who is a rich heiress, that is, who has inherited a lot of money, and she is fair, and fairer than that word, of wondrous virtues. So she is beautiful, and more than being beautiful, she is very virtuous. Virtuous means good. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair speechless messages. So Bassanio says that sometimes from her eyes he has received tokens of love. Her name is Portia. So what is the lady's name? Her name is Portia, and she lives in Belmont. Nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter, and this Portia was is nothing undervalued, is no less than Cato's Portia. That is Cato's daughter. Cato was a Roman scholar and orator, and Portia was Cato's daughter and wife to Brutus. Now you must have heard the name of Brutus if you have read the story Julius Caesar. So Brutus was the chief conspirator in Julius Caesar's death. And who was Julius Caesar? He was the he was the emperor of Rome. Nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth. That is, nor is the whole world unknown about her accomplishments. For the four winds blow in from every coast renowned suitors. That is, from all the directions, the renowned suitors have come to Portia. And her sunny locks hang on her temples like a golden fleece. And her sunny locks means, and her lovely locks are all hang from her temples. Temples are which part? It is the forehead, this part. This is the temple. So the lovely locks all hang on Portia's temple like the golden fleece. And all the suitors which makes her seat of Belmont Colchis. And what has Belmont transformed into? It has become the Colchis strand, and many Jasons, that is, all the suitors are just like Jasons who have come in quest, that is, in search of that golden fleece. That is, what is the golden fleece? That is the Portia. So here actually, viewers, this is a reference of a Greek legend, in that companions had gone to get the golden fleece, that is, the golden fleece of the sheep, which was in the Colchis strand. And that golden fleece was guarded by a dragon. So Jason was very brave to get that golden fleece. So here the reference is made that the suitors are just like Jason, and why have they come? They have come from all directions of the world to win Portia. Oh my Antonio, but had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them, I have a mind presages me such thrift that I should questionless be fortunate. So Bassanio continues and tells Antonio that if he had the means, to go to Belmont, he would take a rival place with those competitors, with those suitors. And I have a mind presses, that is, his instinct tells him that he would be the winner, that is, he would be able to win the hand of Portia. Antonio, thou knowest that all my fortunes are at sea, neither have I money nor commodity. So Antonio says that to Bassanio, that you know very well that all my money is invested in the ships in the sea, and neither he has money nor commodity nor merchandise. So to raise the present sum, that is the money which Bassanio requires, Antonio asks Bassanio to go forth. Therefore go forth, try what my credit can in Venice do. That is, therefore he asked Bassanio to go to the city of Venice and inquire if any loan he can get in the name of Antonio. That shall be wrath even to the uttermost to furnish thee to Belmont to fair Portia, to get that loan in his name, in Antonio's name, so that he can go to Belmont to win Portia. To win fair Portia means to win beautiful Portia. Go presently inquire, and so will I. That is, he go and ask, and so will Antonio do. Where money is, and I no question make, to have it of my trust or for my sake. That is, go and ask for his, what will be the trust, what will be the warranty, his business or his personal security will be the guarantee for the money which Bassanio will ask. So here the Act 1, Scene 1 completes, and I hope you have understood and you are enjoying reading, it's an enjoyable Shakespeare learning for you. If you have any doubt, if you have any problem to understand, please ask me in the comment box, and please do subscribe and press the bell button, and press also, I hope you will like the video and like it. Thank you.